Hi, this is Valerie Cox. I'm going to be your Math 98 instructor this semester for our web course. This is a pilot for this web course, so we are going to be learning as we go, and so I'm going to depend on you to help me out throughout the semester and just give me some feedback on how you think the course is going. Here's my contact information. I can be found in Decatur in the MSA building in room 130. That's the Math Science Administration building. My office phone number is this phone number right here. Let me change this to black. And then this is my email address. I am the director for our STAR Institute, which is all of our tutoring, and so that will sometimes have me on both the Decatur and the Huntsville campuses. So the email is the best way to get in touch with me. I'm also going to give you some alternate ways to get in touch with me as well. My office hours are right there. Sometimes I run into meetings, so again, email is a good way to get in touch with me. Okay, here's some things I need you to do. I'm assuming, since you're taking a Math 98 class, that you are going to be kind of new to Calhoun, or maybe new to taking a web course. So you're going to need to know how to log into Blackboard, and when you get logged into Blackboard, you're going to need to explore the Course Information tab first. Everything you need to get started is in that tab as far as information. You can find your syllabus there, the calendar for the course, information about myself, student resources. All of those things are located in Course Information. Now, under the Announcements tab, you're going to see announcements that I give, and I send out at least one weekly. I may send out 2 weekly. It just depends on, the pace of the class and how I feel like you're doing. But under Announcements, those are going to be some very important information. The first announcement gives you a whole checklist of things you need to do this first week, so be sure and find that Announcement tab. Then for the actual course, you're going to go into Course Content. And in Course Content, you will find the different chapters. You will find videos to watch on those chapters, and that will be a big help for you throughout the course to get your coursework done. You are going to actually access your homework and tests in your chapter tests in ALEX. So I'm going to talk a little bit more about ALEX in just a minute. All right, the textbook we're using for 98 and for 100 is the Elementary Algebra and Intermediate Custom. I use a workbook. It goes with the Miller, O'Neill, and Hyde textbook, but you purchase a workbook and an ALEX code. If you already have an ALEX code, then your code may still be good, but you'll see in the videos that I go through the workbook pages, and so it's easier to follow along if you have that workbook with you. ALEX is the software we use for the course. And I'm going to give you some information on getting into ALEX. We're going to actually access ALEX through Blackboard, so only go to alex.com only if Blackboard is down. Okay, you will not need to go to alex.com. You can access the course directly through directly through Blackboard. I've got a button to click on. This is the course code. You won't need it if you go through Blackboard. So if you use Blackboard to access the coursework in ALEX, you won't need that code. All right, here's my grading plan. 20% of your work will be done in the ALEX Pie. That's your homework, so that's going to be 20% of your grade. We're going to have 4 exams that are in ALEX. They're 10% each. Then you're going to need to come in for a midterm and a final. So the midterm and the final are on campus in the testing center. Okay, so the midterm and the final. Midterm is in, once you see the calendar, it'll be more exact, but it's in October, and then the final exam will be in December. And I have a window of time, so it's not like a specific day you have to come in, but you have like 3 or 4 days there where you can come in and schedule and come in and get that midterm and final taken care of. The grading scale, you can see the grading scale is the same grading scale as we have across campus. My attendance policy, I have specific things that you need to do during the first week of class in order to be marked present for attendance. Those things are listed in that first announcement. You will see required next to them. One of them is to get logged into Alex and to complete the knowledge check. So the initial knowledge check has to be done during that first week of class for your attendance. After that, I look and see how much time you're spending in Alex, because with homework, the homework that we have in Alex, you need to spend about at least 5 hours a week working on homework, and Alex is time intensive, so spending 5 hours a week is pretty normal for the homework for math. Please be sure that you do those first week assignments though, and you will find them in the list in Blackboard, because I have to do attendance for financial aid purposes, and that can affect your financial aid if you're on it if you don't attend the first week of class. Makeup policy, it's important for you to contact me if you need to miss a test or if you miss a deadline on homework. You have to contact me. Communication is the key. You're going to have multiple ways to contact me. So there's really not going to be many excuses for not getting a hold of me, because I've got multiple ways for you to get in touch with me. All right, so how can you get some help if you need math help? We have a number of places where you can come and get help. One, you email me or you text me when you get on the texting app. So that's the first line of defense, is try to get in touch with me and I can get you some help. If you want to come on campus at either the Decatur or the Huntsville campus, in Decatur we have a math lab in the Math Science building on the first floor, and we have a math lab in the Huntsville campus in the new building. That shouldn't say room 133, that should say the new building in Huntsville on the main floor of that new building. Also, we have our STAR Institutes. I'm the director of our STAR Institutes on each campus, and in Decatur we are right now housed with the math lab on the first floor of the Math Science building, just because they're renovating the student center right now. But you can see with the STAR Institute you can make one-on-one appointments. So in Decatur you can come on campus, you can make your one-on-one appointment. You can do those online through your My Calhoun portal. I'll put some on the slideshow in just a second about that. But you can make an appointment. You can come in for a one-on-one on either campus. So Decatur, there's our location. And in Huntsville, we have a brand spanking new location in Huntsville. It looks very pretty. We just moved in last week. You can come there. You can make an appointment. So there's videos on how to make appointments on the website. So if you go to www.calhoun.edu/star, if you scroll down, there's a video on how to make a tutor track appointment. What you do is you go on to tutor track, and so tutor track is found in your My Calhoun page. So you go to My Calhoun and you click on tutor track. It'll be on the left hand side of the page in your My Calhoun portal, and then you follow the directions. You pick a campus, and then you can make an appointment that way. Academic integrity. This is an online class, and so you do a lot of the work on your own at home or wherever you may be in the library. And so I have things in Alex that you do, and I want you doing the work. I don't want your neighbor doing the work. I don't want your sister doing the work or your brother. I want you doing the work, because you're going to need to learn the material so that you can be ready for the next course. So I want you to read through this academic integrity policy, and then I want just a short paragraph that you email to me, letting me know what you think of the policy and why you think it's important. So again, you will be taking some chapter tests at home. I don't have those proctored, but you will be coming on campus to take a midterm and a final. Withdrawal policy. You can withdraw from this class up to November 14th. That's the last day to withdraw. I'll be reminding you of that as we get closer to that date. I don't foresee many people having to drop. If you follow the directions that I tell you to do, we're going to do fine. It'll be great. All right, what is Alex? Alex is the software that we're going to use to complete all of your assignments in this course. You will also be doing chapter tests in Alex. So there's a link in Blackboard to access Alex. It's on the left-hand side of the page. It'll say Alex Homework. I should just have Alex Assignments, because we're going to do some tests in there. I'm still tweaking that Blackboard page for this class. If you've used Alex before in 98, if this is a repeat for 98, then your code may still be good. Get in touch with me and I can look that up and we can find out. You'll use your old username and password when it prompts you for that when you go through Blackboard and get into Alex. If you're a new user, you'll go through a registration process. It'll take your name, email, that sort of thing. And then once you get logged in, you'll see Alex is adaptive. So the first thing that you're going to be asked to do, you'll do a tools tutorial. So we're going to do a tools tutorial first. And in that tools tutorial, it's going to show you how to enter answers like with exponents or with fractions and how to do some things like that. So follow that. How to graph. Graphing is a little odd on the computer, so go through that. Then after the tools tutorial, you're going to get your initial knowledge check. And initial knowledge check is going to be questions, about 25 to 30 questions that cover the entire course. So there may be things that you know about algebra already that you can answer correctly. You may not know anything on this knowledge check. It's perfectly fine. These are topics that we're going to cover throughout the course. So as we're working, we are going through these topics. So if you don't know anything, there's no harm, no foul. Don't feel bad about it. But take that initial knowledge check seriously. Get you some scratch paper, take your time, but get that done, and then it's going to create your pie, and I'm going to show you a picture of that in just a second. If you are, let me just say this, if you already know some things about algebra, that's going to be taking those items out of your homework when you do those in this knowledge check. So that's something to keep in mind. So there's a link with instructions on how to log in. It's pretty self-explanatory. If you click on that Alex homework link, it's going to take you right through and you'll get started. You won't need the course code if you log in through Blackboard. Again, always email me with questions. All right, so Alex. So when you get into Alex, I told you do the tools tutorial, then you'll do the initial knowledge check, and then you're going to get a pie. And this pie is really what your homework is going to consist of. And so as we go through the semester, you are going to be working, and pretty much the homework, each chapter is a slice of pie. And our pie is going to look a little different. There's not this many slices in our pie. But as you work through homework, the pie slices will darken in. So the goal is by the end of the semester, you're going to have a nicely darkened, colorful pie. And you will have worked through the homework in the whole course. So you will work each time. You'll get this pie. Do not feel discouraged if there's not a lot of topics in your pie when you first take that initial knowledge check. They're going to grow as we go through the semester. All right, after you have kind of done, it's going to explain what your pie looks like. You'll have to click on a few things. Then you're going to go to a Start Your Path page. This is where the actual homework lies. So once you log into Alex after this, Start Your Path is where and Continue Your Path is where you will end up. So you will click here to start a homework question. Up top, this tells you what section that we're on, or that you're on working, because everybody could be on a different section depending on how the pace is going. This one tells you what you're working towards, so you can see I'm working on factoring polynomials. I've done 8 out of 9 topics, and they're due June 11th. So of course this is an old course, so that's why it's June, but yours would have the due date that the next section is due. Once you click on that Start My Path or Continue My Path, once you've been working in homework, you'll get an Explain page. And the Explain page is just like an example out of the book. It's like a page out of a textbook. And it'll go through an example for whatever topic that you're about to work homework on. Sometimes the Explain pages help, sometimes not. If you want to see different options, you look over here on the right hand side of the page. If you want to watch a video, you could click on that little video link and you could watch a video over this type of problem. You could actually look in the textbook, because I don't make you buy the textbook. You can access the textbook through the software, so you can see any pages of the actual textbook in there. This next one is a dictionary, so if you don't understand any of the words, I can't spell dictionary, I need to pull out the dictionary, spell dictionary. You could look up the words in the dictionary. This little envelope is to email me. If you want to email me the exact question that you're working on, if you have a question about it, you may do so and send that email to me. And then lastly, you could print, if you want to print the page, you can do that. I'm going to visit again in just a few minutes about how to send me questions. So email is one way to send me questions. Now those emails come through Alex, so you'll have to go back into Alex to see the replies. All right, questions. If you have any questions, you're going to email me, you're going to call me, and then here's the other thing you can use. Remind. I have a link on in the first week activities to join Remind. Remind is a texting app, and nobody sees anybody else's numbers, so you don't see my regular phone number, and I don't see your regular phone number, but it's easy to text. And so what a lot of students do is you can also take pictures. You can also take videos or and audio. But they'll snap a picture of the problem that they're working on, their scratch work. They'll send it to me. I'm at home if I'm watching TV, watching football, whatever I'm doing. I keep, a pad and pencil on the coffee table. If I'm out, I'll text back and let you know, hey, I'll get back to you as soon as I get home. If I can't write something right away, I'll then write it out on my scratch paper and send a picture back to you. So if you're having trouble, I can't figure out what I'm doing wrong on this problem, send me a picture, and then I can look and see if it may be just as something small like a sign error or an addition or subtraction error. Things are little. So don't sit home and get frustrated when you've got lots of ways to ask for help. And I am your first defense, and I'm very quick about answering, I will say. So you can ask other students that have had me in the past. I use Remind for both my on-ground classes and my online ones, and we find that it works very well as far as getting those questions answered. And you don't have to just send me math questions. If you have questions about other things that are going on in campus or registration, things like that. With this class, I want to do a couple of review sessions. So I'm going to do review sessions for the midterm and the final, and I'll offer those at various times so that if you're local and you can make it. I also thought about doing some Skype things. So I haven't done some Skype like room things very much in the past, so this will be a new thing. So we will try that if you're interested. I did WebEx a while ago with a class, and very few people attended, so it didn't really take off. But like I said, this is a new class for this 98, and it filled up very quickly, so I'm thinking y'all are excited and ready to get it. Some of you just may want to get it over with. So if we do that, that's fine. We will work through it together, and we're going to be successful. I think we're going to have a great semester. Please, please, please send me questions if you have them. I am here for you and ready to help you in any way. Y'all have a great day.